Texas Podcast Massacre contains spoilers and adult language. For more horror, visit us at our website at texaspodcastmassacre.com.
Welcome to another episode of Texas Podcast Massacre, coming to you from Houston, Texas. I'm your host, Mitch, and with me, as always, are my Pleasant Pilgrim friends, Nate.
Happy early Thanksgiving.
And Lisa.
You better get to shucking.
God damn.
Better get to shucking. Put it on
a lot of corn. Look,
a lot of corn.
Thanksgiving's coming up quick. We got to get to work. Get to shucking.
Oh, my God. Yes. It is coming.
Yes.
So welcome to another episode. In fact, a very Thanksgiving episode of Texas Podcast Massacre, where each week we take a look at a different horror movie, debate a horror-related topic with our unsuspecting victim, who's usually someone we would not consider a horror fan. You know, it's Thanksgiving this week, so, you know, Thanksgiving's a time to be with your family and loved ones, so who better to spend it with than just us three? You know, the Texas Podcast Massacre family, and of course all you listeners out there who need a break from your relatives, I'm guessing. If you are visiting with folks and you are looking for something to do, hopefully you've checked out this week's movie of the week, Pilgrim, which is from the Into the Dark series on Hulu. Nate, this is the series that they do a movie for every holiday.
Yes.
Like even the lesser ones that no one talks about.
Correct. This is.
Was it a horror movie a month practically? Did it get to that point, or
it depends on how many holidays, end of the year, tons of holidays. So you got Halloween episodes, you got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, you got New Year's, you got Valentine's, you got whatever holiday is when Puka comes out. You got Puka Day. There's all kinds of them. They're all over the place.
Yeah, Puka Day. Who is celebrating Puka Day? It's
I don't know. Not anyone I'm hanging out with.
That's right.
Oh, you celebrate Puka Day? Ooh, I observe privately at home. But thank you for asking.
Now, so I'm curious. When you think of horror movies, it's almost obviously Halloween makes sense. Christmas is up there. I feel like Valentine's Day ends up having more horror-related movies come out. Thanksgiving.
Love is terrifying.
Do I know?
I said love is terrifying.
Love is terrifying. That's right. What Thanksgiving? There's not one that's There's been a couple, obviously, but not a whole lot. Nate, what are some holidays you wish? Like, do you have a favorite holiday that you wish there were more horror movies about?
Yeah, of course. Look, I mean, obviously our love for the Leprechaun series is well documented, but it's not really about St. Patrick's Day. That's the difference. I want to see a St. Patrick's Day based horror movie.
Does he just launch snakes at people?
That is what I want. I want some sort of Willard. He has rats, right?
Right.
But St. Patrick has the snakes. And the snakes come at
Does St. Patrick come because he's pissed because people keep partying on St. Patrick's Day instead of actually observing St. Patrick's Day?
That could be it. Something happens, some sort of Irish crypt gets opened up, and all of a sudden the St. Patrick is there, and he took all the snakes with him underground, and then the snakes come out. And it's a snake-based St. Patrick horror movie. I'm sure St. Patrick did some sort of whatever nonsense miracles that you want to point out. You make those miracles part of the kills for the movie. It would be awesome.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough Easter horror films.
Yeah, unless you count the rabbit from Donnie Darko.
I didn't before. I might start.
Does
now.
that count? Does that now count?
It might. I might allow it. We'll have to see. Does he have an egg anywhere? If he has at least one egg, counts.
Okay.
So we'll have to go back. Yeah. There's a fear love line, but is there an egg? That's the question. Is there an egg.com? Maybe don't Google that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's gonna be. Regardless, look, before we
incognito
before we talk Pilgrim, let's get into this week's debate question.
Bid our father the Sea King rise from the depths full foul in his fury. Black waves teeming with salt foam to smother this young mouth with pungent slime.
Gotta have that pungent slime for Thanksgiving. I think that's called the slime. I think that's the cranberry sauce.
Oh, I was thinking of it more like a pungent slime is like green, and then St. Patty's like.
Well, I bet it's Thanksgiving.
Drowns you.
We're getting into Thanksgiving. Get it off St. Patty's Day. We get it. You're Irish. Okay, but can we focus on the holiday that's here before us?
Nope, only 5 months away.
Maybe it's that weird Jello mold that someone brought that no one asked for. Yeah, there's always something someone brings to the family gathering that no one asked for, but they bring it every year and then get upset that no one eats it.
I pictured the pungent slime being like the Nickelodeon slime had just been in a warehouse for a really long time, and then you get that dumped on you.
Okay. Well, look, so we kind of talked a little bit, but I'm curious, in this movie, the mom has the great idea, and by great, I mean terrible, of saying, hey, for Thanksgiving this year, what I thought would be fun is inviting total strangers who are reenactors. You know what,
a-holes? Don't you start on moms, okay? All that moms are trying to do is make the holiday special family. All right. That's all we're trying to do. And no one ever appreciates all the work that goes into it. All right. So lay off.
Lisa, do we have reenactors coming to our house this week?
Don't worry about it.
No.
Don't worry about it.
Look,
next week.
I didn't clean the guest room for nothing. Okay.
God damn it.
It's like, why are there bunk beds installed in these rooms? What's happening? It's like an army barracks, of 16th century or 17th century Pilgrim people.
Well, Nate, you would love it because it would basically be like being back on the set of The Witch. So I'm assuming this is probably an ideal situation. But let me ask you, Nate, if you're and Lisa, of course, if you're going to have reenactors for a holiday, give me what holiday do you really want reenactor? Like, if you're going to have them around you to celebrate, what holiday are you going for?
I already telegraphed St. Patrick's Day for me. Snake driving, eating a lot of potatoes in case they all go away.
There's just they're going to reenact a potato famine while they're with you.
It's kind of a generational. It's a whole story really that they're telling. They're weaving the whole story throughout the week that they're here. They're going to be there all week, right, Lisa?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
All week. Okay. Yes, all week.
In your ideal St. Patty's Day, is Warwick Davis one of the reenactors?
No. If he acted period authentic, like if he raps like a person in St. Patrick's time rapped, then I would be okay with it. But if he doesn't, then what's the point?
So you want Warwick Davis, but when he's in Harry Potter, like talking like when he's in Harry Potter being serious versus.
Yeah, I think so. I don't want limerick. I want downbeat poet version. So yeah, but then also, we could have period authentic, liquor and food, and everything.
Period authentic liquor.
There's potatoes are around for sure.
So it's just potato vodka.
Cabbage is around. We got all kinds.
Is it going to turn into like the Simpsons whacking day? Like, are you just going to go off with a stick and chase snakes around in the yard?
Yeah, that's kind of what you got to calorie up, right? With all the potatoes and cabbage.
Carb load.
Yeah, carb load with the potatoes, and then you just start driving snakes out.
Oh well,
Yeah.
That's something.
So this movie has a lot of people in it. I want a dedicated limerick guy. So maybe that is Leprechaun. I want a guy who's just limericks.
So, but you
can
want
only speak in limericks.
Okay, so you want of the period, Irish folk, ones who only does limericks. Okay.
Like the old guitar. Like I don't, what was that old guitar called? Not like a mandolin, but like a. You know what instrument I'm talking about, like a lyre.
Yeah, a lyre. Yeah.
I want a guy with a lyre, a lute. Obviously, backup lute is part of this crew. Well, more of a festive. Maybe more. Mine's more of a music limericky based.
But don't you worry, Nate. I'm gonna make your dreams come true next time we play Sea of Thieves. We'll have everyone standing around you, playing music while you're trying to.
That's fun
fact for our listeners. Nate, if you ever play Sea of Thieves with Nate, he'll do everything on the ship and then complain the entire time about it. It's a blast. Let me tell you. You can pretty much I think we drink grog mostly on the ship and let him just handle it all. He does. It's become a pastime. Lisa, What about you? What holiday are you going with? What do you want reenactors for?
Okay, this is not technically a bank holiday, but that's okay. I would like reenactors for May the 4th. Okay.
You're talking about getting the 501st?
Oh my God.
Or maybe it's the 501st.
May the 4th. May the 4th.
I know. No, sorry. I may have misspoke. There's a group of reenactors who they have like legit like stormtrooper uniforms.
Yeah.
I thought it was the 501st, but I'm probably mistaken there, so I apologize. I'll figure it out. Anyway, go ahead. So talk us through your ideal May the 4th then. How's that look with these reenactors?
I don't know. I feel like you just got to be able to go, because like during Christmas time, you can go see the whole nativity, like living nativity or whatever. So it would be the same thing here, but you just have actors acting out all of the movies, but you'd have to condense it, right? It'd have to be like 30-minute chunks. Otherwise you're going to be there for days. So that could be cool. Or you just have a May the 4th day and you get a bunch of people dressed up as those characters and they come to your party. That'd be fun too.
I picked a good day to wear my Star Wars shirt. I wasn't planned.
Did.
I was right. I need to have more confidence in myself and my answers. It was the 501st Legion. I think they're like a charity group, but they do they are like legit like stormtrooper costumers.
That's cool.
Like I think if you go to the 501st.com, so 501st.com, you'll see all their stuff. It's pretty cool. I think we played a gig once and someone had them on stage with them, which was pretty bad. Like they had like Darth Vader and stormtroopers, and you're like, how do you compete with that? Like you don't want to follow that bullshit. I didn't even think they had lines, so that helped. But yeah, before that, you're like, what do you do? They got fucking Darth Vader. How am I? I got a little smoke machine that just fogs up on me and makes it hard to see anything. But no one cares. Man, I don't know. So we've got that. What else would be a good reenactor holiday? I mean, Easter could be a little rough, reenactment wise. It'll turn a little bit more into like a Mel Gibson pool party. I'm worried,
Well, that's more Good Friday than Easter.
I mean, it's the whole weekend.
It's a long weekend.
Yeah. It's hard to just celebrate one without the other. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a package deal.
Okay. Well, that's
in the same way that you're lumping in the potato famine and St. Patty's Day.
Accurate.
Oh man, I don't know. Christmas could be interesting. I feel like that would be more fun.
How can you beat Santa's sleigh though?
Ooh, well, it could be that
we're doing that this year.
We have to.
We have to.
But then, depending on how you get right. If you go all out, you could have Santa, you could have Krampus, you could have elves, you could have Santa's sleigh. I mean, you've got a lot of options, so it could really be the Christmas you want. Like Lisa, your cousin, he would love Krampus as a reenact.
Ooh, what about like the
Oh
elf
my
movie where the
gosh.
elf is a serial killer?
I like it. Or the
Elf
Tales from the
2.
Crypt with the Santa that's the escaped mental patient. You know, the naughty
There's
or
so many
nice.
Santas,
Yeah.
but are there elf killers? Nah, I'm interested.
Wait, like the elf is the killer or they kill elves? Elf
No, the
killer
elf is
is
the killer.
confusing. We need to.
Because they killed the elves, which is why you don't see
Mm.
him anymore. He's now revenging. What's Orlando Bloom doing? Is Orlando Bloom available? Because we could really tie this around here.
Yeah, I mean, his wife just had a kid, but I'm sure he's free.
Yes.
Yeah.
An elf with a bow and arrow
4th of July, I think, would be
on
kind
Christmas.
4th of July would kind of be badass too. I mean, you know,
Oh, Uncle Sam.
there's Uncle Sam, but could you imagine just doing again Mel Gibson? But could you do like the Patriot, right? But like really just go like, you know, you can have the red coat staying with you, and you're like the you know the family that's you know like oh yeah we're still loyal to the king.
Yeah, that could actually be sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah,
for
you have
that
the
one.
red coats coming in, not the
You still
the
haven't seen
rebels.
Fear Inc., have you?
You know, we have this conversation every time.
Watch Fear Inc. I feel like you would love that movie. All right.
All right. I'm
Lisa might actually like that one.
Would I?
well,
And it has friend of the show, Natalie Grossman in it. So
okay.
Can't
Oh,
go wrong
nice.
can't
Okay.
go wrong there.
Okay.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Well,
Boom.
all right. We'll have that on. So yeah, well, there we go. Those are ours. Who would you like to see as a reenactor at your house for the holidays if you were blindsided by it by your stepmom? I guess
What about
really
like
weird-
national? Is there like National Cupcake Day? Like, can we get real obscure?
There's a national day for everything. Yeah, I guess we
You're
could.
just murdering people with cupcakes.
So
you just-
diabetes. You're just murdering people with diabetes.
Poison. They're going faster than that. Poison everything. There's a cupcake float in some sort of parade. Like, it opens up from the top, and there's just like you're just shooting like acid at people or something. I don't know. Like, I'm trying.
Ooh, well,
Like,
here,
that's
okay.
the filling.
So, here's like some of the bizarre national days that you can. Now I've not vetted these; they may all be like wrong, but there's National Popcorn Day,
Oh yeah, come on. You can't do popcorn wrong. Come on.
National Pet Month would be great.
Do all the pets kill people or die?
I think they kill people, and then eventually, I guess they have to
Okay, well, you and Lisa are probably out on that one then. So.
Right. Oh man, yeah. I mean, National Stationery Week. What if it's just paper cuts galore, Nate?
Oh no, someone kills people with origami. Oh, that would be amazing. Like a crane flies out and it's got like metal tips on it or something, and it's just like puncturing people. That would be amazing. I'd be 100% down for that.
Well, there you go. Look, there's plenty more. These can't be real. I see another list that has like National Pizza with the Works Except Anchovies Day. Is that real? If that's that's from onmilwaukee.com. Milwaukee, what is that? I need.
Milwaukee.
You're listening from Milwaukee,
Dude, you can get some heavy Chicago style deep dish pizzas. You might just be able to kill someone with that. Just the weight of that alone could bludgeon someone to death. Best way to go out too, probably. I'd like to go out that way if I had a choice.
Well, there you go. Tell us which way you would like to go. You can let us know at Texas Podcast Massacre at gmail.com, TX Pod Massacre on Twitter, and Texas Podcast Massacre everywhere else. Is there really a national day at the attic? That's fun.
Oh God. Wow.
I don't think that's an actual thing, though. I think
the
that's-
murderers spike 500% that day, and then the rest of the year it's normal, probably.
Nate, are you still sore from getting dunked on again from our latest interview? Because I'm not.
Well, hey, it's
We're only scheduling
people
this
I
interview
like
so
in the
people
mix.
could just dunk on you. That's really the only reason.
Yeah, I think you're pre-vetting people. Say, hey, do you hate basements? All right, cool. Like,
Yeah,
there's an email
we're-
I don't see. There's another account where you're like, hey, do you hate basements? All right,
We're
great.
suspiciously
It'll be
not
7 p.m.
available
Friday.
for the pro basement folks. Yeah, it's like, oh,
I
I
think that's what
couldn't
it
make
is.
the time work out. All right, well, look, we are going to get into this week's movie of the week. Pilgrim.
So we're going to be having some folks join us for Thanksgiving?
We're going to send somebody out here. They're going to teach us how they did things in the olden days.
What do you say we break the wishbone?
1, 2, 3. I can hardly wait. Me too.
How do you do?
You're having pilgrims here? It's a full reenactment of the first Thanksgiving. This doesn't feel right.
You have a wonderful family. We are here to show you what you had. Are you grateful? Happy Thanksgiving!
Families are still important in America.
What are you afraid of? It's just Thanksgiving.
I love the gobble in the back at the end of it.
Yeah, that was a nice touch there. Yeah.
So look, I'm just gonna get right into a spoiler alert right off the bat. No turkeys. No killing turkeys this year.
No.
You know, if you wanted more turkey violence, check out previous Thanksgiving episode, Thanksgiving, and hear Nate's soul die as we discuss it.
My soul died while I watched it, and you just had the post-mortem of it.
Nate, what is this movie even about?
It's about tradition and multiple types of berries.
It is about a lot of corn, Nate. That is
a lot of corn, a lot of berries, a lot of mashing of things.
Yeah.
Things are getting mashed almost exclusively everywhere. Apparently, that used to be back in the day. A lot of mashing, a lot of pestles. I was like, I have never seen more pestles in a movie. I don't think there's as many in Witch.
No.
I could be wrong, but I don't think. I mean, they're really going for it. My other thing I thought about was, why aren't people calling people on their phones? But we'll get into that, I guess. But like, people who don't use technology, they're easily foiled by easily accessible technology from 2020. But we can get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
We'll get into it.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, look, very brief synopsis. Stepmom wants to bring the family together, and thinks that having reenactors will help, and so she finds Pilgrim reenactors. Because the Pilgrims historically great group to party with.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
Ask the Native Americans. It worked out spectacularly for them. Not at all.
Yeah. So, and of course, as you might expect, things go horribly wrong. Either because of a wishbone that broke the wrong way, or just because this is a terrible idea and was absolutely going to happen regardless.
I like to think it was the wishbone. Like, the wishbone caused all the problems. Like a wish.
It was the wishbone. I tell you, it was the wishbone.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Nate, what can you tell me about Into the Dark, Pilgrim?
Into the Dark came out November 1st, 2019. It is the second episode of the second season of the Into the Dark Hulu anthology. It's a movie anthology series. They're of varying quality. Most are, I would say, okay. And there's a couple that are good and a couple that are bad. They're generally kind of middle of the road. The director of this is Marcus Dunstan. Marcus Dunstan wrote Mitch's favorite movie, Feast. Mitch loves Feast.
I love Feast.
He wrote Feast 2, Sloppy Seconds, and he wrote Feast 3, The Happy Finish.
Yes.
These are words that I said. So that's that.
I love you trying to take the high ground when you're the guy who introduced me to Ginger Dead Man 2, Passion of the Crust. So
Feast 2, Sloppy Seconds.
No, Feast 2, Sloppy Seconds. I will put that up.
No. We still need to do Ginger Dead Man. What's the gingerbread? That's a Christmas thing.
Do we do a Feast Ginger Dead Man double feature, Nate?
Absolutely not. I'll just stick with Ginger Dead Man. Thank you. He wrote the screenplay for Saw 4, 5, 6, and 7. This guy was cranking out Saw screenplays the mid to late 2000s. He wrote Piranha 3 Double D. That's right. He wrote fan favorite episode Piranha 3D. He wrote the sequel to that, and he wrote the screen story to Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, Mitch. So there you go. This guy's writing all kinds of stuff. On the director front, not as much. He had a movie called The Collector. Have you seen The Collector?
No, I've been meaning to.
That's
it's one of those
actually a
movies that
movie.
I know. It's one of those movies I keep seeing, but I've just, or like, seeing around, but I never get around to actually clicking on it and watching it.
Yeah. So he directed that. He also directed The Collection, I believe, which is a sequel to The Collector. And then he did a movie called The Neighbor. These are all horror, by the way. That one's set in Cutter, Mississippi. Film follows a man who discovers the dark truth about his neighbor and the secrets he may be keeping in the cellar, not basement. So 100% on board for that. It's cellar, not basement. Get it right. And then, yeah, he did this movie. And then there's also a movie in 2020 called The Collected. That's right. The third film in the Collection series, the Collector film series. So there you go.
The Collector's Collection box set.
Collect them all. Collect them all. The main lead of this movie is Rain Edwards. She plays Cody in the film. She was in 2018's Hellfest. Now, Mitch and I had a conversation about this a little while ago. There's about 17 movies that have the word Hellfest in some combination in them. I don't even remember which one this is. It's from 2018. It's called Hellfest. I have no idea which one it is. There's Hellfest LLC. There's like another Hellfest something. I don't even remember. She's in one of them. So there's that. Her dad in the film, Kerr Smith. I remember him as Carter from the first Final Destination movie, the guy who's a total asshole.
Yep.
So yeah, he's in that. And he was in My Bloody Valentine 3D. So a little bit of horror chops there. The stepmom is Courtney Hengler. She was in, I have not seen Cobra Kai at all, but that's her main thing is Cobra Kai. And she is not in much else other than that. We have Nicolaj, the son, Nicolaj from Brooklyn Nine-Nine is in this
Nicolaj.
film. Nicolaj. He's in this one. He's in this one. And we got Elise Levinsky. She is Patience in this one, and she was in previous episode Ready or Not. She was the in-law who did not want to be poor again. If you remember that, Mitch, if you recognized her.
I did not. But
okay, I recognized her instantly. I was like, oh, okay.
No, but you know what? Honestly, I just never. I don't ever recognize people outside of like. Yeah.
Speaking of recognizing things, did you recognize that there is a Puka doll in the kids in Nicolaj's room?
No, I was not that observant in this one. There was.
I saw it. That was great.
Yeah, Puka. I mean, they're really
Puka lives, man.
They're going like Into the Dark goes all in on Puka.
Puka's the biggest thing they got going. I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
Oh.
Probably bad, but they got it going for them. So
Puka is the David S. Pumpkins of Into the Dark.
Yes.
There's 99.
I'm all in on it.
There's 99 floors and 97 of them are Puka.
Yes, I'm okay with it. That's fine. Bring on the third Puka in the third season that's coming out next year. So, yep, there you go.
Oh my Lord. Yep.
So Pilgrim, Mitch, what overall thoughts? Pilgrim premise. I think we can agree premise is interesting. Oh no,
when you say interesting,
oh god, it's unique. It's a unique.
I'll give it that. I mean,
okay,
it's a. I'll give them this. It's a clever. Calm down. I'm not gonna shit all over
god,
it.
Negative 5 stars. Okay,
right. No, you're right. I mean, there's a lot of ways they could have gone with Pilgrim. Pilgrim's terrorized family. That would have been a lot more ham-fisted than this. This at least had an interesting setup in terms of, they're reenactors. They go around and they help, people relive the first Thanksgiving. That's a little better than like Eli Ross fake Thanksgiving trailer where it's just like random pilgrim running around killing people.
White meat, dark meat, all will be carved.
All will be carved. You're gonna go home this holidays in a body bag, Nate. I don't think they say Nate in the trailer, but
I'm already home, so I'm okay. I'll be fine.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, I think the concept was kind of interesting.
Now there's no budget for the the budget is low
Sure.
for these. There's like a ton of movies they're putting out, right? So
Sure.
That's usually in the series. That's where it gets me. Is like, man, if they had a little bit more budget, they could do this.
I'll tell you off the bat, the thing that just really, really bothered me throughout most of this movie is the camera work and some of the different like weird like fisheye lenses and all the shit. Like I parts of it felt like I was in a Busta Rhymes 90s video.
Sure.
And then the other part, it was just like these random like crazy zoom ins and weird. The camera work was really weird, right?
The camera work was a little weird. Yes, I agree.
More than
I would also say the main actress was not that great.
Who, Rain Edwards?
Yes.
She's all right.
I would say a slight negative for me.
Okay.
The guy who was Ethan, Peter Giles, he acted. I think he was great. He was menacing.
Yeah.
So that was good. And Patience, I think, was good.
Patience stole the show every scene she was in. She was, yeah.
Yeah.
I am a little disappointed that the name was Ethan and not like Jedediah or some like more, like Patience. Sure. Goody Prudence or some nonsense. Great. Any of those work. I think they were fine. Yeah. But yeah, Ethan, come on. You had all sorts of like Ezekiel, Azariah, like there need to be more ayahs in there,
Not Zachariah, Zechariah.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Zechariah. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. So I think missed opportunity there. Yeah, so I mean, let's talk about the beginning here. I mean, so it starts off with Cody as a young girl, and her parents are basically they get divorced on Thanksgiving Day. Holidays are stressful.
Harsh. I know her mom just leaves.
Yeah, it's effective.
Her mom just leaves. She's like, I'm out.
Yeah, and then we just like move on into like, okay, stepmom is trying to just, I don't know. Stepmoms get so much shit in movies in general, like fairy tales and stuff.
Yeah, they really do.
I don't think the stepmom is that egregious. Like it's kind of one of those like
she's fine.
Yeah. Especially when
the
like
dad character.
Okay.
No, I was saying the dad character though is like that Carter character in Final Destination, but like if he like became like a banker or something.
Right.
It's actually kind of similar, which is hilarious.
Yeah, he's just detached. Yeah.
So compared to him,
yeah,
the stepmom's great. I want to point that out.
Yeah. I mean, look, you can crap on the idea all the time, like this person's an idiot for doing that. It's not the most far-fetched idea of having reenactors come in. Weird, yeah. Would I do it? No, but it's not like totally out of the realm of like this is what a rational, normal person might do.
Yeah, and people would some people people were hiring Wrinkles the Clown to scare their kids. Well, if people are doing that, this seems
well, yeah. Anyone who looks at this movie and says, "No, that's so stupid. You'd never do that." It's like, how many pirates or princesses have you booked for your kids' birthday parties?
Exactly.
I mean, it's
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, no one. Yeah, so man, I don't know. There's not really much until they move in. So let's just get right to where they actually show up at the house. So Ethan and Patience show up.
Yeah.
And they show up early at a party with all your friends. So that's fun. And then they're like, oh, hey, we're going to be staying here for a little bit. Not just like the day of.
Look, you can't prep. A lot of prep time in Pilgrim time. Like you were churning butter for how long to get a little bit of butter? I mean,
so there is a butter churning scene. Nate, did she build her own churn or did she somehow bring that somewhere?
Yes.
Like they build a shed out of where are they sourcing the wood? But I don't know. There's
oh, that's your problem. Where is this wood source? Is this local cedar? What are we doing here? That's your question?
Yeah, it's
yeah. They went to like a farmer's market at some point to get all the food. Pretty amazing that there's a farmer's market just generally around. Is it a Pilgrim specific co-op?
There's one thing I remember.
What is going on here?
Oh my God, I don't know. There's this one part, and Lisa can probably like vouch for this. At one point, Patience looks at the mom and is like, "Oh, hey, we're out of rosemary. Can you go to the store and get some?" I'm like, no, bitch, there ain't no store in these times. You out of rosemary, just deal with it. You're gonna have to just be thankful for what you got. I don't know. I was yelling at the screen at one point. I mean, I don't know. Lisa, save us. What? These pilgrims.
So here's my question. Mm-hmm. Were they seriously asking her to go out and get rosemary on Thanksgiving Day?
Right.
Ooh, tough.
You don't fucking go to the store on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
No. It's not happening. It's ransacked on Thanksgiving Day. In fact, most stores aren't even open Thanksgiving Day.
That's right. For people who are very like, oh, you should be thankful for what you have. They're not very thankful or, prepared for the lack of rosemary in the house.
Yeah, no shit.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Plus, they brought like 600 pounds of corn. They couldn't bring more rosemary.
Well, look, we're going to fit it with all the corn. Did they come in a buggy? I didn't see how they arrived, but I imagine some sort of huge.
This guy raised an entire shed in a backyard. The corn got there somehow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why was his name Malachi? I mean, there's so many other names besides Ethan.
Yeah, Malachi's already been taken.
I know, but I'm just saying there's so many other names. I'm just very disappointed. Can we just call him something else besides Ethan? I'd just rather call him. I want to call him Jedediah for the rest of the show. So Jedediah, Jed. I like it. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what this movie name.
Yeah. Look, the good thing was it wasn't that long. So.
I mean, yeah, it was an hour and 20 minutes. That's helpful.
It wasn't that long. True.
Now, in between trying to get two children to sleep, it took us about 4 hours to watch it, but that's okay.
So, I mean, look, so we find out early on Ethan's goal with this Pilgrim reenactment is to help families be grateful for what they have. Help them learn to be thankful for the things they have. And of course, he's like, I think he's hanging out with that little kid a little bit too much, without like any supervision. And at one point he's just starts talking to the clouds like, thank you. I didn't have to take everything away from this one for him to learn. It's like, kid, tell someone. I don't know. I'm gonna need to teach my kids if
I don't think he heard him say that though, because he was too busy eating candy.
That taffy, yeah. Look, saltwater taffy sucks. It's not good. It's not even good candy. Maybe this kid's never had candy in his life, but I don't know.
I feel like this is the kind of mom that doesn't keep candy in the house.
Yeah, fair. Yes. Fair. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they go through the home situation in the beginning, and then there's even her boyfriend's mom is getting murdered. Like,
ooh, that was rough.
As a side thing.
Yeah.
The setup on this was not super great. Like you said, Mitch, it's really all about when they start menacing them from inside the house. Look, I'm not sending my kid off with a guy that I've just met ever.
No.
That was rough. That was a rough.
But he came home okay. He came home safe.
A rough parenting.
Not a scratch on him.
Rough. That's a hard no from me. This guy's a pilgrim. He seems fine. Old Jed and I go way back to 4 hours ago, and I trust him. It's great. I mean, terrible parenting.
Yeah.
In that aspect. Although to be fair, all the parenting is her because the dad is totally checked out. So I get it. I get it on that one. He's checking his stocks and whatnot. That was all that he's like on his computer and he's checking stocks all the time. What?
The international markets, okay?
Sorry, the international
Hey,
markets.
that's how they have a roof over their head. Okay.
What's the yen doing right now? Is the yen okay? I gotta check. I can't spend any time parenting. I gotta check what's going on with the yen.
Oh my god.
And have you seen what's going on in London, Mitch? Oh my god, crazy.
So let's get into when shit starts going sideways, because that's all we really care about. So Patience is over with the boyfriend and his mom, and first makes her a drink, which we've learned ever since Rosemary's Baby. You don't accept drinks from random strangers, especially anything with herbal whatever. No. It's never good. No, it's just never. Oh, I've got this herbal tea. Fuck out of here with that herbal tea. No one wants it.
There's been get out. There's been too many teas.
No, stop. Just tea. No, look. If maybe this is more of an American cultural thing, but look, our forefathers threw a shit ton of tea into a harbor to throw off the shackles of oppression. Don't go backwards and start drinking random ass herbal tea from some person you just met. Like, the Pilgrims were not Americans, they were still British. So it's just I don't know where I'm going with this. Don't drink the tea.
Don't drink tea.
How about just don't drink things that random strangers make you?
Yeah, fair.
Make your own fucking drink. It's coffee's easy.
Would you count
okay, back it up though. This would never happen, and I'll say one reason why. Because she's like, oh, I used to be a party girl. Okay, good. Then not to take drinks from strangers, because people are out there getting roofied all the time. It was a bad move.
A bad move. Agreed. And she ends up getting churned into butter, I think. It's very confusing. Nate, talk to me when this butter churning happens.
Very witch-esque, except it wasn't a baby. So improvement.
That is the most. I've never seen anyone actually churn butter, but I feel like this was a way more intense
methodical.
version of it.
It was like a seismic tool to determine if there's oil under the ground. I mean, it was robotic and strong as shit.
Like, I'm not really sure what she was churning. Did she just put blood in there? Because I don't know. Like at first I thought this is how she's disposing of the body, which seemed like a lot of work. And then, but then the mom's is on the ground. It looks like she just got cut.
Yeah, I don't know.
What was she churning?
Was it a dog? Was a dog in there?
We never saw. I mean, maybe. Who knows? I don't know.
And then just churn it.
Now, to be fair, the churning butter scene, pretty creepy. I'll give him that. That was a good scare right there.
I thought it was gonna be the mom's head, but it was not, because the head was still attached to the body when the kid saw it. And this kid runs away as slowly as humanly possible. So come on, you're like a teenager. This is prime. You're in prime running capabilities here. You're like 18. You can run so fast. Come on.
Look, I can't imagine Pilgrims were getting all the right vitamins and minerals they needed. I mean, I've got to assume that she's got brittle bones or something. I feel like you could have tried a little harder.
What's the version of scurvy you get when you only eat corn? Like what disease is that called? Because they got it. I only eat cranberry. It's the cranberries and corn diet. It's like the Atkins that you just get diabetes. And so I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. But Patience seems like she's like a beast. She got arm strength. She's fast. She gets stabbed in the head, does not even care practically. She is like a Terminator.
I think that's the point, Lisa, where you were like, what is going on? Because I think she gets stabbed in the head and she's like, how is she walking off from that?
That was some bullshit.
That's even, what's more believable, Lisa, that the Undertaker gets beat to death with like steel chairs and tables and barbed wire, and then he sits up and doesn't get a 3 count, or Patience getting stabbed in the head and then pulling the thing out and being like, I'm good, let's go.
Wait, what? Which one's more believable? The Undertaker.
That's right.
Wow. Well, like, look,
The Undertaker didn't get stabbed in the head.
That's the thing about the brain, though. There's compartments, right? So there's like a.
She got stabbed. She got stabbed in the medulla oblongata.
She got stabbed in the modern compartment. It's empty. She doesn't do the modern stuff, so it's totally fine.
Oh my god.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
That's where all of Mitch's memes are stored. That's the part of the brain. There's a meme part, and like she doesn't know any, so it was totally fine. It actually didn't impact her at all. I don't know.
So
basically a pilgrim Terminator.
Now we have a bunch of other pilgrims that show up and they don't get any names. I'm just gonna call Matthias.
There's Beard Guy.
Oh.
There's
we'll call Beard Guy Bartholomew.
Beardtholomew. That's first of all.
There's Patience, Prudence, and Goody Flanders. Those are the older ladies. I don't know. Did any of them stand out to you at all? I mean, there was one dude, Nate. I mean, full red beard like me, but like he looked like our friend Nick Kent, which is not going to be funny to anyone outside of you and me.
Yeah, sure. But his beard was like
that beard
5 feet long.
That beard was fake as fuck. Like it did not fit.
How much corn would get stuck in that? That's just not. Come on, guys. This is just not. It's not functional. If you're building sheds, you can't have that beard. It's like it caught in something.
At one point, I didn't know if it was a bunch of pilgrims or like a ZZ Top convention. I couldn't tell what.
This is ZZ Top's like first tour roadie. Like for sure, that guy was definitely there. I don't know, Lisa. Any of the pilgrims stick out to you? It was all about Ethan and Patience.
No, the guy that they had to literally like beat to death.
The big guy.
Oh yeah. So we had like a battle royal with the big guy and the mom, dad, and Cody. When they all decide, okay, enough's enough, let's fight back. Now
it brought them together. Now
this is after the parents get so let's talk about the stocks, right? So eventually it all turns. The parents realize just too late that, oh shit, these people are crazy.
After 40 people are in their house and they can't find both their kids. Oh, now things have gone wrong.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And so they get put in the stocks. The dad gets whipped with like a cat, he gets lashes, and the mom gets branded. What does the B stand for?
Blasphemy. She was blasphemous.
That makes a lot more sense. Thank you, Nate.
She was blasphemous. No problem.
Because otherwise,
so there's that.
Wait, so how many letters are they carrying around in brands?
Yeah, it's like there's the scarlet letter for adultery. They got a B for blasphemy. They probably got an A for adultery. I don't know. Like there's
F for fornication.
Yeah, S for sloth. I don't know. These are good questions. I don't know.
I mean, I know you don't have to carry the full alphabet, but you got to carry enough to. I mean, you don't know what you're walking into when you go somewhere, right? Like,
well, I got like all of these, like those magnetic letters, right? My kids playing with them, like they just have like a golf bag full of brands with every letter.
Well, and someone's gonna be clever and say, oh, well, there's 7 deadly sins. Now the Pilgrims overachieved. There were at least like 15, probably. Oh
yeah, they added. There's addendums.
Yeah.
There's addendums for sure.
Yeah. So they're on the stocks. I mean, no one threw lettuce at them, which I guess was fine. They could have thrown some corn at them. They had plenty.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much corn. No, they don't want to waste the corn. They're all about corn. Like if they wasted the corn,
I don't know why the corn is what we all. I don't know why the corn is what we all like zeroed in on with this movie, but there is so much freaking.
I don't know either. These are great questions.
Because when they're prepping, they shuck a ton of corn, and then as punishment for the mom and the stepdaughter, they make them shuck more corn. Oh. I'm like, did we not do enough corn yet?
No. You gotta do corns, you gotta do berries, you gotta do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. These are
great questions.
So we get a little bit of fighting back. We get some interesting fight sequences. Some like the camera work is just so bizarre in this movie. Like it's like they get like this sometimes these little like slow-mo action shots, and there's just like random like kind of like funny shots where they're all like holding up the weapons and one's holding up like a spoon or something. It's like what?
The worst is when she found the boyfriend and he just like falls 3 times. Like, whoa. And I was like, yeah, that was
the best jump scare of the movie. I mean,
but why though?
Oh yeah, why did they show it 3 ways? And they showed her reacting, and then they showed it from a different angle, and she hadn't reacted.
Yeah.
And they show her reacting again. Yeah, to be fair, that was garbage.
They're just missing that. What you say?
Yeah.
That's it. I'm gonna go recut that scene with that music in the background, see if it makes it better.
You shucked well, I thought you did, and then you go from there. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, that was like a weird replay shot. Okay, yeah, the camera. Now that you're mentioning the specific examples,
because it was super
distracting.
Distracting.
Because it was great, because that was a great jump scare. Wasn't that good? I thought it was fantastic.
It wasn't bad. Yeah.
But then they like killed it with like showing the 3 different reactions progressed in 3 different ways.
No.
I killed it. Yep. So anyway, so then they beat the crap out of a guy. She stabs someone in the face. They force them to make cranberry sauce.
They get recaptured like 4 times.
Yeah, like she goes.
They're
like, to
not
find
good at getting away.
She goes to find the kid with their elaborate hide and seek routine. Finds him, says, "Stay here." They immediately gets captured again. Like, can we just do some window?
Then she gets
go out a window. Like, what are we doing here?
Also, I know you joked about where they're sourcing the wood, but Nate, they built a fucking witch lever thing, like they're like booing her in the water.
They're dunking her.
Who? Only Beardtholomew is the only builder. Where are they getting everything?
Who are these neighbors? Because I think most neighbors in that kind of area would be very nosy.
You can
build a whole witch dunking setup.
There's an HOA there, and not one. Nate, I can't fix a slat in my fence without the HOA up my ass. How are they building an entire witch dunking booth? No one here. They're screaming everywhere. No one says a word. This neighborhood is the worst.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they survive this, they need to figure out what are their HOA dues going for, because it's not going for neighborhood watch program or anything.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Get to know your neighbors.
No,
get to know your neighbors, guys, just in case you get.
I mean, look, clearly the neighbors earlier on. Clearly, the neighbors don't really care for him, but I don't know. I don't know. All right. So look, you can't have Thanksgiving without a Thanksgiving dinner. And Lisa, this dinner.
Yeah, this is very Thanksgiving, Eli Roth.
It is.
So good.
Corn. It is potatoes. It is
berries.
What else, Lisa?
So many berries.
Lot of cranberries.
It's bad. I don't even know. And at one point, they're just like shoveling something in their mouth that looks like gruel.
It was berries.
I guess it was the berries. Yeah.
Yeah, it was they love this. Right,
not a utensil to be found. Just there,
right in the hand,
dirty pilgrim hands.
You just blew past the entire thing. Her dad's head on a silver platter.
Oh yeah, how did I miss that one?
Yeah, I don't know how you missed that. That it was predictable, but so satisfying. Like, where's my dad?
Don't worry. Then they brought his like rib cage out, which is not where most of the meat is. They're not even good cannibals.
Ribs. Yeah, there was like a lot of sinew they were pulling at.
First off,
from the plate. That was something.
Nate,
for sure.
What's the piece of the bird that everyone wants? The leg. Where's the leg at? You got to bring the burnt and look, that is the most burnt rib cage I have ever seen.
It's well done.
It is. I mean, that's a fried ass turkey.
Even back then they knew salmonella was a big deal, so they had to make sure it was there. Lisa, what'd you think about this meal? Was there anything that stood out to you?
Yeah, Lisa, which of these are we incorporating into this year's feast?
Oh my God, none of it.
Hold on,
how much corn are we having?
I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you, we're having pizza for Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm gonna be shucking corn from here until
the Pilgrims
Christmas.
are not gonna like that. They're not gonna like that.
Tough.
Yeah. What did you think about the scene with the feast? Was it pro against?
It was okay. It was a little bit drawn out. Like, I feel like, and I'm saying that this movie wasn't even that long, but I feel like they could have tightened that bit up just a hair.
Yeah.
Or at least giving us more backstory about his family and like why he was so freaking weird, or how he met Prudence or something, you know?
They alluded to his family was garbage and he had a very bad upbringing. So I don't,
But I thought so. I took it as an assumption that he had a family as an adult and he didn't appreciate them or something. But maybe
when Patience was talking the one time, it sounded like when he grew up very rough.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought his dad
because he was kind of weaving his personal story in the stories that he was telling about the Pilgrims.
Because I think he was trying to say oh yeah, well he's trying because he's had such a shit childhood that he wants everyone to appreciate what they have.
Yeah,
got it.
Like his dad was terrible. His dad also got murdered for sure off screen somewhere. That dad is dead 1,000%.
Yeah. This poor dad wasn't bad enough to get straight eaten.
You know what? It's either you're good or you're bad. If you're bad, doesn't matter how bad. If you cross that threshold, then we're eating your head.
It is true. You're dealing with a bunch of crazy ass Calvinists. So yeah.
Yeah. But then twist, this is the most berry reliant twist I've ever seen. There's multiple berry types. You have to know there are thank you. There's multiple types of berries, and there's a cherry and a berry. Doesn't matter. She snuck some of the Jerusalem cherries in with the berries, and they are extremely poisonous. And she snuck
that 5 times fast, Nate.
She snuck in a jillion of them.
Yeah.
Again, so much pestle work happening in this. To be fair, it's hard to keep track of all the pestling happening. So she sneaks them all in, and there's just so much red vomit coming out of everyone in a whole scene.
It's like those old SNL skits.
Hilarious. Yeah. Just hold your mouth. Just red.
Yeah,
exactly.
And guess what? Prudence survives again.
Or Patience, you mean?
Patience, Prudence, whatever the heck her name is.
She does survive. Then she gets kicked in the stomach after she survives, and you see her. It was actually pretty good acting. She gets kicked in the stomach after surviving that, and her face is just like, oh. Yeah. So she forced herself to throw up. Ethan forces himself to throw up. It is so gross. Everyone is just vomiting red.
It's bad.
There's so much liquid coming out of these people. Very smart move. That was a good job.
Here's an idea. Just don't bring food that could potentially be used against you.
No, that's what they did back in the day.
Seems like a rookie move. Is this the first family they've terrorized?
Every Thanksgiving had to have 1 or 2 poisoning deaths from these Jerusalem cherries, just to keep it traditional. So she snuck that in, and she's like, "Oh, I listened to you. I used your words against you, and what you tried to teach me." So it was somewhat satisfying, I guess, in that way. But then it was really more satisfying when they 3-way beat up Ethan. They were kicking him, hitting him, blah, blah, blah. The stepmom branded him back. There was some good stuff there. And he's like, "Oh, I taught you to work together. Look, your dad, worthless, got rid of him, but you 3 are all, working together to murder me. Isn't that great? Good job, guys." I don't know. What do you think about the ending, Lisa? Was it satisfying to you at all? Everyone vomit died, but a couple people. Was it satisfying?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I think so.
What's the poison thing in your house that you're going to kill all your reenactors off in case things go bad?
Gosh, I don't know. I don't want to tell people.
Oh, you're eating pizza.
That's my business.
This is the pepperoni, the Jerusalem pepperoni that we got.
The Jerusalem pepperoni.
Yeah. Looks great. Don't eat it. Don't eat it at all. Yeah. I don't know. It's just, the more I'm talking about it, the less excited I am about the film. Dang it, Mitch. You're bringing me down with you. Come on.
Sorry.
Aww.
Sorry. It was, the ending's fine. It's satisfying in that, the Pilgrims all get their comeuppance. So let me bring this part up as kind of the last thing to talk about with this movie. So I don't know if you saw, but at one point, in a very weird spot, I might mention, they throw in a title clip that says mostly based on a real story.
Sure.
Or kind of early in the movie. Not with the actual opening credits, just at a random, very bizarre placement.
It was weird, yes.
Yeah, and so I was like, what real story, right? I'm mildly curious. So I was looking it up.
So you Googled true crime Pilgrim.
True crime.
And what did you come up with?
The true story was just about the Pilgrims and Indians, like the actual like first Thanksgiving. But so apparently, what we were supposed to get out of it, Nate and Lisa, was that the family was in fact representing the Native American tribes.
They need to band together to repel them.
Well, and so they invited the Pilgrims in to feast with them. The Pilgrims basically came in and brought in their old worldviews and religions and all that. And basically, it's supposed to be the family is before them is like Native Americans before the white settlers. The family afterwards is now their whole culture, their house, their home has been destroyed. They've basically fought back, but they're left with nothing effectively. Did y'all get that from this movie?
Yeah, I did. I did, but
now that you say it, yeah, it's obvious.
It wasn't very effective. If they were really going to make that parallel, and that's really what they were trying to go for, it would have been better to see Cody, I don't know, just straight up like potentially scalp one of them or something. Like really like go in on like, that'd have been a little much.
We're not like Bone Tomahawk
not like straight, but like even like I don't know, something though. I mean, there should have been a little bit more to it than I think just
that. I mean, I got it. It was like we had to band together to fight these Pilgrims coming in from the outside, doing everything their way, being very strict for no reason, coming in nice and then it turning right and them being violent against you. I mean, it made sense, but
yeah, them teaching the savages how to be thankful, right, and how to thank God for the things they do have when they had more before the Pilgrim show.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, be grateful that you still have each other and not all the stuff you had before we showed it.
It makes sense, but this movie wasn't very effective. No. So
okay. I was curious if that resonated with y'all. Lisa, it looks like not so much.
No.
All right. Well, look. With that said,
hold on. But what kind of pizza do the Pilgrims have? Maybe that Lisa can get what.
Apparently, corn and berry pizza.
Corn and berry pizza sounds. It's more of a flatbread, right?
Yeah, really.
Okay. That sounds awful, but you should.
It does sound really bad.
Try it and report back. Let us know.
Probably not cheese. There's probably no cheese on that pizza.
There's no cheese.
It's not, and there's no marinara because it red's the devil. It's probably just berry paste and corn on some bread
with rosemary.
God.
Oh God, this sounds
plenty of it.
Sounds so bad,
guys. I just need you. Let's just get to it. Let's cut into this turkey and tell me what your final cut is.
Final cut.
Final
I don't even know. Nate.
Final carve.
I like it.
Okay.
Nate, what do you think?
Man, the more we talked about it, the worse it became. The premise is kind of like you said, it's a clever premise. I like the setup. I didn't care about the family that much, but I liked when the Pilgrims started arriving and the tension that they had. That was good. Even up until the climax, it was at least tension filled. But man, there's just so many kind of holes in it. And the acting is not super great from the lead. They do so many ridiculous things. Like she runs from her boyfriend's house to her home without alerting any neighbors whatsoever. Like they could have left multiple times. It did not matter.
Yeah.
Called the police at any time.
Well, so I think their phones all got smashed because the mom
doesn't matter. You could have gone to any neighbor at any point, and
that part, yes, you're absolutely right.
One person escaped, which they did multiple times, and then could have just ran over to. I guess if this is a parallel to the Native Americans, there was no one to get help from, right? Or the other Native American tribes were kind of at odds with each other and sniping at each other. So if you look at it from that aspect, it actually makes more sense. All right, I'm talking myself up another point here while I'm mid-review here. So I'm going to and berry vomit was very well done. So much of it. Patience is 1 point by herself. Great character. Ethan was very creepy. And the violence was a little interesting in some spots. It did ramp up pretty dramatically by the end. So I'm gonna give this. Oh man, what am I gonna? I'm gonna give this probably. Oh, it's gonna be low. Maybe a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 Jerusalem berries.
Wow. I didn't think you were going to go that low.
That's pretty low.
The
oh my
more that I
gosh.
think about it, the less good it is.
I thought
What did you give Pookie?
Pookie.
Puka.
Didn't we review Pookie? Was it
We reviewed Puka. It's Puka.
Oh, Puka, Pookie. I am Prudence, whatever
Pookie.
constant, whatever the hell her name was.
I think I'm looking at it right now.
Fuck it, I'm calling it Pookie now.
I gave Puka a 3 as well. So I don't know why I'm talking up this Into the Dark series when I keep rating all the movies. So
what did we get? Yeah, what did we all give Puka?
You guys gave it a 5. I like that they're doing different stuff and I like the setup. It's just the execution is just not great.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of memorable things about this, but there's, like you said, Mitch, there's very minimal Thanksgiving horror, and I will never watch this again. Like this.
I mean,
right. So that's low. Like it's got a very uncrowded field, and even out of that, it doesn't distinguish itself.
Wait. Nate.
Yes.
What did you give Thanksgiving?
This is better than Thanksgiving. I think I gave it like a -1,000.
Okay.
I gave it a 0.1.
As long as this was higher than Thanksgiving, then I'll let it slide.
Every movie's higher than Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like you could take a dump, put it in a box, film it, and then send that to me, and that's higher than Thanksgiving.
Please don't do that. Nate and I both look at the Texas Podcast Massacre email. Please don't. I don't want to see that. Jesus, Nate.
So is this some random YouTube link just sent to our email? And then that's it.
Jesus.
Probably higher. Look, I might appreciate my time more. Probably better acting. So yeah, Thanksgiving's the worst.
Yeah, look, I'm giving this movie 4 out of 10 shuckings. It's not good. It's not. There's a lot of things that a lot of decisions they made that are bad, right? A lot of the camera work doesn't make sense. The acting's not great. It's good in spots because Ethan and Patience
are good.
They're
solid.
And the family's all right. They're not overly bad. I mean, the dad is he's just like he's there, which is part of his character. So I guess maybe he is acting very well, but I don't know. There's not enough here to make you want to come back or really like. Even like the holiday theme stuff doesn't seem like, it kind of splits between being Pilgrim versus like witch stuff versus, I don't know.
I mean, Jaws made you not want to go in the water. This makes you not want to ever hire reenactors ever. So like an industry probably already not doing well right now, or for the last.
Well, and look,
and now they're kicking them when they're down already.
The problem is when a fake trailer is much more effective and pretty much has the same beats and the same overall content that your movie has, and just
less trampolines in this one. But we
didn't need that part. But yeah. Sure. So 4 out of 10. Lisa, what do you, unsuspecting victim, where do you sit on this?
Oh my gosh, this is. Am I going to be one of the highest scores?
Oh no, it's hilarious. So you liked it. So you're like,
so wait, we're like halfway through the movie, and Mitch is like, oh my gosh, and I was like, what? What's the problem? He's like, you're liking this? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's not that bad.
You're ungrateful. You're like just like the people in this movie, Mitch. Ungrateful.
You guys have made me watch some pretty awful stuff compared to all the awful, horrible stuff. This one's not that bad. In fact, I didn't get to say it because I had to go run up and take care of one of the kids, but it's decently unsuspecting victim friendly. I mean, if you love Thanksgiving as a holiday, like that's your holiday, do not watch this movie.
Yeah.
For heaven's sake, do not watch this
The dinner
movie.
Scene might be a little to for
the dinner scene to me is the roughest part of the whole thing. Yeah, for sure.
The dinner's like a third of the movie. It's like
it is solid,
almost
it's really long.
It's like
they
a quarter
needed
to a third of the movie. Yeah.
They needed to tighten that up.
It's the climax scene, but
But if you can take gore, you can take this movie. There's no supernatural. There's no, anything like that. So it's just gory at times. That said, gosh, I don't know. I had a higher score, but now maybe I'm bringing it down. Y'all are making me sad over
do
here.
whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
I know, but Nate, you keep like a textbook of every score we've ever given, and somehow it always pops back up as the wrong score to give. So I have to be careful.
It's fine. Just The Omen. Other than that, you're totally fine.
Exactly.
Totally fine.
I don't know. I thought it was fine. Let's go middle of the road. I'll probably give it a 5 out of 10.
Wow.
Would I have wanted slightly more backstory here and there a little bit? Yeah, but then it would have been longer, and I probably would have been frustrated that it was so long. So
yeah, I'm more surprised, Nate, at your low score than Lisa's high score of 5.
Really? Yeah. The more I talk about it, it's like, yeah, because I usually give lower budget stuff a little bit more leeway, right? So like, cool premise, like set up. I'm just happy they're making these episodes, right? So a little bit more, but man, now that I think about it, it was kind of not executed well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to
start from a good premise.
Yeah, I'm not going to shit on a movie that's like just because they have like lesser cameras or something, right? Or things like that.
Yes.
But if you're doing weird shit with the camera you do have, it doesn't matter because if someone gave you a shit ton of money, you'd be doing the same weird shit, and don't do that. It's not good.
Don't
do random zooms.
Make your weird shit work. Shit work better.
Busta Rhymes did the fisheye. No one can improve on the fisheye camera lens stuff. Busta Rhymes did it all. Done.
Missy Elliott and Busta Rhymes, basically.
And everything Daddy. You can do with that is done. That can be retired. All right. Well, look, that's gonna wrap it up. Nate, where can they find us?
When we're not reviewing movies that single-handedly take down the reenactor industry, you can check us out at TX Pod Massacre on Twitter, Texas Podcast Massacre on Facebook, Instagram, and we're on all your podcast platforms. Give us a 5-star iTunes review. We will put that movie on our list. Mitch, we need to check iTunes. I'm still waiting on that Human Centipede. I'm still waiting. Lisa is waiting with bated breath on the ability.
Am I though? I think I'm booked that weekend. I'm going to go be a reenactor. So
it's actually during the week. So
that's no problem. There's always something to reenact.
What day of the week do you not wash your hair? That's when we're going to watch. That's when we're going to watch this one. So give us a 5-star review. Thanks for all the reviews we've got. Coming into the end of the year, we got some cool movies. So, and some interviews and stuff that we've been looking at doing. Stay tuned for this.
Absolutely. So look, next week is the actual official Thanksgiving week. So we will not be live. We will in fact have a recast of another episode, a much earlier one. I don't know what.
But happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and enjoy your holiday, and hopefully stay safe with your friends and family.
Yep. And don't
cancel those reenactors. Cancel.
Yeah, just don't let. Yeah,
you got a week. You have a week before Thanksgiving.
No, say it with me. No herbal tea. No tea that you are not making yourself. Just no tea. Just drink soda.
Mitch is setting up pipe bombs outside the Lipton headquarters right now.
Jesus.
No, he's not. Oh my gosh. No, whoever's listening to this, no, he's not.
Yeah, I'm not. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, look, for all of us here at Texas Podcast Massacre, thank you so much for tuning in, and just keep telling yourself it's only a movie. Good night.